You're watching Sun TV, broadcasting to the world from studios in Providenciales, in the beautiful by nature Turks and Caicos Islands. Sun TV, your source for real news as it happens.
I'm Ibura Leobru, and thanks for watching Sun TV News. The District of Five Keys in the island of Providenciales were thrown into a state of mourning after popular school teacher Cynthia Roberts Hinsey died in a fatal accident at the Susie Turn runabout around 10 p.m. on Thursday, August 1st. The 25-year-old, who was a teacher at the Clement Howell High School, was driving a vehicle in which her 7-year-old daughter was a passenger when they were struck by a taxi van that was driven by Nardo Missick. According to police, the 7-year-old daughter was first taken to Cheshire Hall Medical Center and then flown to the Bahamas for further medical treatment. Up to the time of this report, the daughter was in stable condition. The outspoken Cynthia, who was well known throughout Provo, received many kind words on social media such as Facebook. Sun TV caught up with her mother, Karen Cox, who spoke about the last time she saw and spoke with her daughter.
Her and my other daughter were there because where I help my friend out at Fish Fry, they always come and be there because I'm there. And they don't leave until I'm ready to leave to make sure if I have a ride. She said, "Mommy, you ain't going with me?" I say, "No." I say, "Your papi just give me a missed call." That's what they call my husband. I say, "He give me a missed call." I say, "He must be out there." So she said, "You sure, Mommy? You sure you ain't want me carry you home?" I say, "No." I say, "You going that way and I going this way." I don't know if it was fate or whatever, but I usually go with them because if they out there, I just let them drop me home. But for some reason, I did not go with her last night. And when we reach out to the car, she said, "You sure? My papi ain't reach yet." I said, "That's okay." And there was plenty traffic because there was plenty people out. And when I look, I saw my Jeep. I said, "Here come papi now." And Anika, which is her daughter, was standing like in the road, and you know it's dark. And I said, "Nika, go on the other side." And she said to Nika, "Nika, come in the car, girl, you crazy?" I said, "I can see y'all later." And that was the last time me and her correspond. Yeah, that's the last time I talked to her. She jumped in her car, and just my husband picked me up. He let her turn right around, and we turned right around behind her, and she went that way. And just as I was pulling out the corner, I said to him, I said, "She going to her husband, because he works down in the farm." And, you know, if you come up by the theater way, it's easy. You're going to reach Susie Turn before she ride up. And I know she was stopping down the pond. Come to find out, she went there and she kissed him, and then she turned back around again and she kissed him again. So while she was doing all of that, they gave us enough time to pass Susie Turn. That's how come when the accident happened, we did already pass. So when she came up, that's when the accident, I didn't reach home. And just as my husband was going back out, one of his friends said, "Either that's your wife or that's your daughter," because I was driving her car because she left before me. And so they probably thought I was still driving the car. So they called him. But he knew it was her because we just left. And it was not a good night after that. But we're going to miss her. Cynthia was real. That's all I can say. You had to like her for who she was. She was not going to pretend. And I don't think she could have changed to pretend because she was done who. She was just that outspoken, bold. That's all I can say. She was a bold, straightforward, this is what you get, this is me. And she wasn't afraid of being bold.
The grieving mother also told us that Cynthia had a wonderful relationship with her students. She gave an example of how she was able to change the life of one of her students in the Five Keys neighborhood.
All her students who loved her, her parents then would get to know her through her students. everybody who knows Cynthia, either you love her or you didn't like her because she is very outspoken and she would tell you how whatever she have to say. Whether it might not come out in the right way, I don't think she probably meant for it to come out in the wrong way, but she was a very aggressive young lady. And if she put her mind to anything, she's gonna achieve it. And I think becoming a teacher was what word I would use. It was probably a challenge for her to prove that she can do it. Because I think her graduating from college in the Bahamas, first thing she said, Mommy, I made it when people thought I wouldn't have. So I think that was the greatest achievement for her. And even one day she sat down, she said, Mommy, I never tell you. She said, but a few teachers try to keep me down because of when I were in school. And I'm not in school anymore. That isn't who I am now. And I think everything she touched, she tried to do it perfectly. But she wasn't perfect. You're going to make some mistakes. She makes some mistakes. And I think she wanted to prove to everybody who probably think she were and capable to do the things. She had a point to prove to them. And I think through her being home, being a teacher now more than a year, she touched plenty students' life. I think plenty people life because she's very outspoken and she liked to talk like me. Yeah, there was a young man. His mother is from right here in the neighborhood, and she had him as a student. I don't know his name, but I know his mom face, and I know the young man. And I asked her when the lady came to say thank you, and I said to her, I said, what happened? She said, Mommy, you wouldn't believe. He wasn't doing nothing in school. And I told his mommy to stop letting him play outside. And now he's my top student. I said, what? She said, yeah. And she came here to my house and she thanked her for helping her. You know, some parents, you tell them your child need to do this and they don't pay no attention to it. But the parents did what she said. And that make you feel good. And as a mother, that made me feel proud because I know she were not playing with what she loved.
Karen Cox, who said that Cynthia's father also died in a car accident when he was 25 years old, noted that her daughter was a very outgoing person and was also an active member of Sister Sister, which is organized and managed by Mrs. Lillian Boyce.
She's been very good to me. She helped me with my children. I help her. And me and her becomes like sisters. We got very close. As you know, if you see her, you see me. And if she doing something, she would say, come Karen. We could make, that pass between me and her. She would come say, come help me, handle you. So that's how come I get out to fish fry on Thursday night. And they just come there. If I ain't going, she could tell you they ain't coming, And so that is be like a Thursday. And she used to come even because she used to go by Sister Sister. And because me would send her to Sister Sister because when they invite me, I told them that I was doing something. And I sent her and she went. Like I say, when I tell them do something, especially when it's a positive way, no children is perfect. But I guess if they into it, they know honorable, they know these boys because they grew up under her. So if it's something they know, and I'm like this, if I can't do it, I'll tell you I'll ask them to do it. And if their choice is theirs because they're all adults, but I only can ask. And if they do it sometimes, I appreciate it because you gotta always remember who helped you when you needed help. And for her coming up in as a teacher, it probably gave her exposure because she was aggressive and she was ready to learn anything and any challenges. But she said, Mommy, when we saw for dinner that night, she said, when I go back, I'm going in the gym because I gotta lose this weight back. That was her last thing. And looking through her her documents, she had this thing on must be. The girl said, she told us last night, she said, Cynthia was supposed to start legit with us Monday. And looking through the thing for her documents last night, I see the whole package where she's supposed to start. That's the fact. She had people last night, must be from every angle, and I didn't know. She touched all these people's lives. She touched people's lives. And I think when you being a teacher, if you can't leave that effect on people, in any way that you do things, I think you should leave a effect on people.
Our deepest sympathy goes out to the family. I'm Iberly Abru, and thanks for watching Sun TV News. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you real news as it happens, directly to your computer or mobile device.